favorite clashes in the Texas Death Match when Hangman Page rammed the chain around the throat of Jon Moxley, and now Moxley sent over the timekeeper's table. Hangman Page battering him.
One thing that Hangman cannot do is let his temper get the best of him here. He can slip up.
You're right about that. Yeah, Hangman, I think the more emotional of the two competitors, at least more willing to show his emotions, wear his heart on his sleeve.
No, the referee doing the right thing. This is for the world championship, the former champion, the current champion. He's letting these guys fight. He's letting them fight on the outside. Do what you got to do to get a real clean winner here.
You're right, Taz. Oh, and it's one-on-one the way
the Lariat, the leg is hooked. And remember that everyone is banned from ringside, Tony. That's what you mean, one-on-one. We have the security guard surrounding the perimeter. They are watching each and every entrance to the arena to make sure that the Death Riders, make sure no one comes to ringside.
Well-placed elbow right to the back of the head by Hangman.
Hammer throw into the ropes. Hangman telegraphed it though, and Moxley, via a handful of hair, the champion in that exchange, then follows it up with the German suplex.
Release German suplex there, well done by Moxley. Hangman landed high and tight. That'll make you a little dizzy on that landing.
Look, you got to notice that one shot you could see in the left forehead of Jon Moxley where that fork was placed. That opened him up. It was gross to watch, but
it was graphic, gross, and disturbing for sure when that happened in Texas.
The head of Jon Moxley punctured like a pincushion. But now Moxley, just solid right hands, driven to Hangman's head.
And nothing fancy there. Now driving this knuckle into maybe trying to open up that wound. That makes the smart thing to do. This is a fight. This is for the World Championship.
The AEW
wants it back. Sorry.
World Championship on the line here tonight, live on Dynamite. Everyone is banned from ringside. Jon Moxley looking for the cover there, but Hangman Adam Page, the world champion, able to kick out. This rematch from All In Texas. You hear the refrain from the crowd. You tapped out. That's what Jon Moxley did. That unforgettable look of panic on the face of Jon Moxley. Then a chain wrapped around his throat. He tapped out. And that was the changing of the guard. That was how Hangman Adam Page won the AEW World Championship.
He had no choice. Moxley bumped the tap out. He had to tap out. There's another German coming here. But you know, if you are Moxley here in Chicago tonight in this battle to try to get back your title, you cannot let these people, these fans in this arena, affect you mentally when they chant stuff like that.
Tad, you're right. Who wouldn't tap out with that chain around their neck, being held over the top rope?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So I get it. He needs to focus, and he knows his opponent has a high tolerance for pain. They both prove that.
They both do.
All in.
No, you're right.
They both do. But tonight, it's all about who is the better man, who is able to get it done inside the ring, who is able to be the standard bearer for AEW.
Well, that's the third German suplex, I believe, by Moxley. He's coming to watch out.
Follows up Larry in the corner, short arm Larry, attempt to fall for him. Finds his feet, rolling elbow strike, and he put everything into that one, did Hangman.
Hangman countered and flipped his feet on that release German, but I do think the top of his head might have caught the mat a little bit, which
they see clutching the back of his neck.
That's what I'm saying. It could jack you up. Let's take a look here. See right there. I do think the top of his head and that flip in the air kind of dinged up his head a little bit, but Hangman looks good. The champ is rolling.
Fallaway slam. Moxley up to the apron. Hangman taking a moment to compose himself. Maybe a little more dinged up than he wants to let out, but he springs to his feet. Looking pretty good. That was a perfect give up right there. And Hangman coming in for the Lariat. Moxley saw it coming, but he didn't see the comebacker coming.
I think Moxley lured him in that time, and then the second blow got Moxley.
Hangman, 230 pounds, crashing down on the challenger, Jon Moxley. Laying on his feet, but took out the challenger. And it feels weird, Taz, to say it after all this time. The challenger, Jon Moxley.
I understand what you're saying. I like hearing him as a challenger.
The belly driver, center of the ring.
Me personally, I do. Oh, nice Kimura right there. Double wrist lock, Kimura, whatever you'd like to call it. That's what that is.
Yeah. Moxley caught Hangman Adam Page taking a breath, taking a moment to compose himself, and Moxley just snatching that double wrist lock and now driving the elbows in the back of the head.
He's got 5 seconds. Hangman's in a row. Ref was counting, but watch out.
Hangman, the power of the cover, and Moxley able to kick out.
Great job, Moxley, just rolling out of the ring, buying himself some time.
Yeah, he's got to, Shivani. He's getting out of bounds because he's banged up.
Yeah, he's hurt. You're right.
He's a veteran. Meaning Moxley, so he understands. Sometimes you got to go out of bounds as long as you can.
Here we go again. They're just outside. So many dangerous things can happen.
Moxley got the eyes and sending Hangman hard into those steel ring steps.
That's nasty.
Oh my God, he's not done, guys.
No, Moxley will do some devastating stuff. He's a ruthless competitor.
So is Hangman Adam Page, though. But right now, Moxley.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Moxley.
He's going to break his neck.
Jeez, no.
Driver on the steps.
If Mox can get Hangman in the ring, we'll have a new champion.
Fans, this AEW World Championship match. This World Championship match, Hangman Adam Page, Jon Moxley continues live on Dynamite. Don't go anywhere.
Yes, I agree with you. He could roll the Hangman in the ring right now to win this thing.
I definitely agree. I mean, that's a damn pile driver on his steel steps. Yeah, he's in a lot of pain as the champion. And now the AEW World title is in great danger right now. But I do think Mox, in my professional opinion, needs to get out of the ring and get the champ back in the ring and cover him. But he's going to bring him for a count out. Well, I'm not sure what Mox is doing.
What he wants to see is Hangman. Is he the man that he says he is? Can he beat this count? Can he make it up to his feet?
It's almost over.
Hangman. Very narrowly. Back into the ring to beat the referee's count. Moxley back on the attack, the cutter.
As you know as well as anyone how vulnerable the neck is, my gosh.
Absolutely.
This could shorten a career right here on this thing.
Short mind, but yes, you're correct. And power drives are no joke. I feel it should be banned completely everywhere. Especially on steel steps. That's just my opinion.
Hangman's susceptible as Moxley delivered that boot to the midsection. Now it's a version of an STF here, continuing the assault on the neck of the AEW World Champion is Jon Moxley.
And he's got the toe hold in and a cross-face clasp, but an S grip.
Moxley transitions, flips to the front. Now, Hangman, he locked up on Moxley, but it's just, the guillotine locked in, but Hangman, importantly for Hangman, he made it to the ropes.
Yeah, importantly, but Moxley just going to go back and get him, Excalibur. Like, right there. That was close to the throat as well, like you mentioned earlier.
Battering ram of a headbutt there by Jon Moxley.
Showing a lot of control right now. The challenger is. That's all those decades of experience and big match experience. He's very calm, ripping out the back. His nails.
God is trying to rip this flesh out of the back of Hangman.
You see that? A rip and a bite.
Yeah, tell us something, fans, we don't know.
The cover made Moxley.
Almost got him.
Is that a look of frustration? I think so. Just a little bit on Moxley.
A little bit, but If I was Mox right now, I know I'm in control. And Moxley knows. He knows he has control. He knows the champion's in great danger. Cover. Thinking Bulldog. No.
AEW Dynamite live on TBS and HBO Max. The AEW World Championship match is underway, and that has been the final break of this match. We are going to stick with this to its conclusion. Hangman Adam Page currently going to the grip of the challenger, Jon Moxley.
Yeah, and riding him right now. He's going to clasp both hands of the champion. The tough hold to get out of while he's sitting on his lower back.
Hangman, the straitjacket is in tight by Moxley. But Hangman making his way up to his feet, Tony.
Well, Hangman is just an open target right now. Just an open target. He has no defense. Couldn't even get the hands up on that Excalibur. Look at this. And again, Taz, there's no defense right here. He's
eating these round kicks right to the chest. It's like though Hangman's starting to get a little frustrated with this beatdown. Might be getting ready to G up a little bit here, possibly.
Yeah, the eyes are widening. The jaw's getting set.
He's had a lot of blows though.
Moxley driving that elbow to the crown of the head. And now taking a step back.
There you go.
Hangman intercepts the boot of the challenger. Rolling elbow strike. Moxley returns fire. Hangman making a good accounting of himself in this exchange, but think about how much punishment he's already endured, Taz.
Absolutely. But it seems like the momentum is towards the champ right now. It's getting big again.
Until Jon Moxley once again begin ripping at the flex of Hangman Page. Swinging a miss by Moxley. The boot didn't miss. And to the backdrop suplex.
Well, Moxley popped right back. Right back down.
He had a suplex, momentum, gets Moxley's feet with a rage, and then he eats a strong clothesline.
But you see how slow Hangman Adam Page is to capitalize on that. I think that is thanks in large part to that power driver on the steel steps.
I think you're right, but Hangman now going to the apron. Maybe, I don't know, he might be thinking, you know what here, a little buckshot.
Why not? If he's in position anywhere during the match, why not try it?
Moxley left.
Good God.
Jon Moxley comes.
He's out of his mind.
Our announce desk just wiped out as Moxley and Hangman.
The bad intentions in the mind of the challenger right now. He's in the proverbial catbird seat right here, bro.
Jon Moxley with Hangman Page. Oh, wait, Hangman.
Jedi.
What the hell? The Jedi on the announce desk. Referee Paul Turner waving off the medical staff.
That's the counter of counters. Excalibur. What a counter by the champion. He's taking a look at it.
I don't know if you noticed it, but I looked up at Hangman Adam's Page, and yeah, the top of his head is bleeding, I think, from that pile driver on the steps. But now, Hangman answering that pile driver with the dead eye on our very own announce desk.
Yeah. The blood on top of the head, you're right. It's kind of tough.
Cover to Moxley, able to kick out.
What about that blood on top of his head? Because it's tough for the cameras to pick it up, all the hair on the head of Hangman, but there was definitely blood. Excalibur, we both saw it.
Now Moxley rising to his feet, though. Hangman Adam Page with the advantage. Hangman looking for something, but Moxley able to counter out with the back elbow. Hangman, catches Moxley, and Moxley catches Hangman now.
No wasted motion by the champion after Mox kick out. Boom, ground and pound city right there by the champion.
I don't think anybody is surprised by this violence that we are seeing.
Well, this is the World Championship, Shivani, as you know how vital that is, right?
Right, big deal here.
You don't see this much on free TV. I mean, this is an opportunity for Mox just weeks after he lost the title to gain it back. These guys are leaving it all in the ring for sure, and out of the ring.
So John Moxley, that's what his playbook here. If he stops ahead and
Listen, I think it's not the playbook of John Moxley, it's the playbook of Brian Danielson, former AWA champion Brian Danielson with Moxley.
good call.
Bulldog choke there.
He knew what was coming. He knew that was out of the Brian Danielson playbook.
Yeah, Hangman took just a moment too long as now Moxley transitioning. He's got Hangman completely flattened out, Taz.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want to keep your hip driving into the mat. If you're Moxley, perfect footwork by Mox and that tight ass grip around the throat. Hangman's got to try and get some separation between the arm and his throat.
Gator roll there. And now, even further from the ropes, Hangman finds himself.
Yeah, the Gator roll was well done. Excellent transition by the former champion.
And you can see, just looking at the chest, the abdomen of Hangman Adam Page, he is heaving for breath as it leaves his body because of that Bulldog cinched in. But now, wait, Hangman! Maybe think a dead eye, but no, transitions around.
He's got wrist control, which will help control that whole body off the Oh man, that's a tight lock.
Look at John Moxley. They are right in the dead center of the ring.
He's fixing a separated shoulder. Strong grip across the jawline by the champion.
Yeah, another reference to the former champion, the man that John Moxley defeated to win the AEW World Championship last October, the American Dragon, Brian Danielson. And, Moxley, I thought it was a tap, but no.
Moxley again have a latitude. He's got to get to the ropes, Excalibur. He's got to.
Using the legs now. There you go. He'll get there, I think. Yep.
And Moxley extends the boot to get on the bottom rope, forcing the break of the hold by Hangman Adam Page.
But Hangman has undergone so much punishment, you would think with Moxley he could maybe drag him back in, stomp him, but he can't even get up to do that.
Kind of think it's 50-50 city, you know, Shivani. I think both men are really worn down heavily. And it shows you how vital, how important, how precious the AEW World Championship is to both these men.
Yeah, I think that the Deadeye on the announce desk may have been the game changer in this match. And Hangman, I think he felt that. He was looking for another Deadeye, but Moxley once again digging his fingers into the flesh.
Oh, no.
Driver on the apron.
Second pile driver, Ted. Neither of them been in the ring.
Yeah, on the apron, which is hard as hell.
Whoa.
Earlier on the steel steps.
Whoa.
And like Excalibur and I noticed earlier by this announce desk, there is an open wound on top of the skull of Hangman. But his neck has to be freaking shot right now, to be honest with you.
As Hangman Page will be dragged back into the ring by Moxley. Moxley, maybe another pile driver in the ring.
Oh, God, no.
Could begin the fifth reign of John Moxley as AEW World Champion. God-style pile driver, Moxley.
That'll be it.
He's going to win the title right now.
1, 2, 3, no!
And that is a lot of fortitude by the world champion. Hangman Adam Page showing nothing but heart on that kick out. Got to stop pile driver right there, Shivani, right on top of the head.
Right on top of the head. You are right. You can see clearly.
Third pile driver, I believe. Look at this match.
But the first one in the ring.
Yeah, correct.
Hell, Moxley will do it again against the chance. He can try it right here.
I don't blame him. Now, he watched that world title back, Excalibur. I don't blame him.
It's a solid game plan. Another pile driver. It's clear that the neck of Hangman Page is compromised, but Moxley, maybe think a paradigm shift, could have been a death rider. We'll never know because Hangman
going with a left hook right there, but it didn't affect the challenger. Seems like Mox is kind of playing him a little bit, but I don't know if I do that. Hangman.
Well, some ineffective open-handed shots from Hangman, but now both champion and challenger laying in some heavy elbows. As Moxley,
why is he waking up? What is Mox?
I don't know. Maybe he just wants a fight. I can't explain it.
Moxley finds his footing on the apron, the high boot. Catches the challenger, drives it to the outside. Now Hangman. Oh, Hangman, this is a very big risk to take.
Oh, dude, Hangman.
So smart right there, the champion, getting the challenger back in the ring, but I don't know if Mox knows that he's on his feet. He might be out on his feet.
Do you notice that Hangman, though, on the moonsault, when he came down, he knocked the back of his head against the barricade.
The Wolves were just holding Moxley up.
As Hangman, oh God.
Is looking for punch shot, Larry, and John Moxley looking for anything of shift. South Rider. I mean, no. Jedi.
That was key. It was inadvertent. The referee got clipped by the leg, the boot of John Moxley.
There was enough to not drop him.
Wait a second.
Why hate Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta?
It's going rough now.
Security guards.
Why hate the problem Marina Shafir?
It was a smoke screen. Security at the back turn. Oh, God.
There's no official here.
Not like this. The title too. Backfire, the diversion by the Death Riders, the assistance from Shafir, and yet somehow Hangman battles onward.
There's Paul Turner.
What?
Shafir out. He's telling security, get it. The backfire, the diversion by the Death Riders, the assistance from Shafir, and yet somehow Hangman
Hey, you.
battles onward.
You.
There's Paul Turner.
Shafir, please be careful here. Security guards.
He's not afraid of any of them, as we know.
Well, they need to do their job and get the hell out of here. Seriously enough.
John Moxley, yeah. Claudio Castagnoli, bringing Shafir over the barricade.
What you call kicking and screaming your way out.
Yeah, Death Riders being ushered out by the security detail.
Yeah, well, that's good. Let them get out of here, all of them. And muscle around security. These guys just think that. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. No, what is that?
We've seen Darby living here in Chicago for weeks, but now finally,
Moxley's not sure what happened.
I'm not sure what happened. Darby just leaping off the balcony. Now it's one-on-one. Hangman, the boot. Hangman,
One shot lariat.
He's not going. And don't forget the cover.
Hangman Page.
Oh, that's corner.
Moxley escapes out. Moxley now. Hangman in his grips.
Bunch of sick through. Oh,
Now Hangman.
Jedi.
Look at the eyes. Oh, the champion's locked in. A frenzy. Adam Page delivers it.
For another one shot lariat. Yes!